So hello all and welcome, and I'm the Realist Philosopher. How you all doing today? Hope you're all doing good, fine, and well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Feeling a little better today. If I were to estimate my improvement physically, health-wise, I'd say between a quarter and a half% a day improvement, give or take some days where I don't feel any. But I would say that's about on average. Not a lot, but it's something. So, first of all, if you like and appreciate my content, please give me a subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section. Also, don't forget to check out the description. I recently suffered a major health scare issue, near fatal illness. Got sepsis, septic shock. I went into cardiac arrest thanks to copious amounts of blood clots in my leg, which was injured, thanks to a very nasty infection, which ate up much of the muscle above my knee, around my knee. It's bad. The things that are causing me problems right now mainly are my right leg and my heart. So I'm not going to be running any marathons anytime soon, or walking fast for that matter. So if you'd like to make a donation, check out my GoFundMe to learn more. Make a donation if you could, if you're able. It would really help me out a lot. I greatly appreciate it. So on to the video. My last video was in response to a fellow named, I think, RedLeg Piper. He's a guy who made a viral video recently talking about how hard work is a waste of time. And I agreed with him to some extent in a very narrow way in a couple of response videos I made. And then I disagreed with him in respect to other observations, other situations, depending on the context, depending on how you look at it in my most recent video. Now, he actually replied to my initial video, and he complimented me, which I was surprised by. He seems to understand that any ad homs, any jokes are for content fodder. It's nothing personal. So let me read his response, and then I'll reply in kind. So, RedLeg Piper, you make some valid points. Okay, good. We disagree on quite a bit. He doesn't go into any detail about what, though. That would have been nice if he actually went into some detail. Then I would have something to actually, sink my teeth into. Give me a specific circumstance, a specific scenario, a situation. Give me a hypothetical. Give me something that I can address specifically, but no specifics. That automatically, yeah, I don't like that. But overall, you did a great job in your presentation. Yes, I know. I'm one of the best orators on YouTube who is the least well known. I would have done very well in ancient Greece or Rome, but not so well on YouTube because I talk about the things that nobody else will talk about. This RedLeg Piper dude, he's not that based. I'm sure he thinks he is because he isn't. That's what a little knowledge will do. It's very dangerous. It can lead you to believe that you know and understand a lot more than you actually do. And he just touches on surface stuff, things that are symptoms of the actual problems. Meanwhile, I talk about the root causes that this guy ain't seeing, no matter how hard he tries or puffs on that pipe, no matter how much nicotine he injects into his system. He ain't going to see it without my help. And people like me. And for that reason, I am shadow banned into oblivion on YouTube. So despite my oratory skills, my advanced rhetoric, my ability to point these root causes out, that is exactly why I am not pushed by the algorithm, and this dude is. I quit that job. I guess he's talking about his Amazon warehouse job or whatever warehouse job he had, UPS, FedEx, whatever. I don't know. It was in some kind of shipping facility. There's a very limited number of those, so there's a handful. UPS, FedEx, Amazon, DHL, one of those, something like that. Over 2 years ago. Right, right. But you see, that was misleading because the way you were talking about the job was very much in the here and now, in the present, or the very recent past. You were not clear about the amount of time that had passed since you quit that job and now. So it's a little confusing to people. But anyway, before I quit, I paid off all my debt. Okay, that's good. Now, that's a good thing. See, that's foresight. But I would expect no less. I expect no less from a guy that's a family man and has a relatively decent understanding, grasp, sense of responsibility and duty. I stacked a lot of money. That must not have been easy, though. Well, yeah, 12 years. If you're going to stack a lot of money working in a job like that where there's very little to no room for advancement, going to take a while. Yeah. Started a side business up. Well, there you go. I figured. See, while I was watching that video in my mind, I was figuring this guy, he must have started up some kind of side business once I found out how much time had passed since he quit that position. And being able to quit that position in the first place, he must have had something set up. You must have had something set up to be unemployed in that 2 year period, which only unemployed in the sense that you weren't working for somebody else. No, you were working for yourself. And that's good. And you don't need to tell us what you were doing, what you were employed in, what you are employed in now, what kind of self-employment you're doing. Depending on the field, the area, it would be far too easy to dox yourself doing that. So don't do that. There's a lot of crazy, loony, lefty, commie, pinko Marxist nut jobs that hate people like you. You cast a light on the lie that is their mooching, parasitic existence. I started a side business a few years prior and paid off my house. Wow. Okay, now that's a wow. And maybe it's not that big a house. Maybe, he bought before 2008. I kind of doubt it. He's not that old. Or maybe he bought after the housing market crashed, but that's no, I doubt it. After 2008 is what I meant to say. Maybe he bought after the housing market crash. Maybe the guy built a fixer-upper, or maybe he bought at a. I mean, I don't know. Who knows when the guy bought? It's impressive, regardless, that you've paid off your house and you're still in your 40s. Made sure my plan was foolproof. Well, I don't know that anybody can make sure of that these days. I'm sure a lot of people thought the same way and are now living in a friggin' alley somewhere. So, yeah, the certainty principle applies to nothing in this world except uncertainty. But anyway, it took me 5 years. Well, good for you. I'm now 1099 Mackie G. Don't know what that means. I'm not up on the current slang phrases, if that's what that is. 1099, I know what that is. Yeah, you're an independent tech contractor of some kind. Good for you. More than that warehouse job, and I have much more time with my wife and kids. That's good. Because any kind of job you have, you're buying time. And this is where him and I disagree, by the way. Disagreements that he would not specifically address specifically because he knows if he gets specific, I'll probably rip him to shreds. There's no problem. I'll tear him to shreds. No offense, Mr. RedLeg Piper, but I'm rarely wrong. That's not egotism. That's not arrogance. It's just true. So if you have a disagreement with anything I said, either you misinterpreted something I said or you're wrong. It's that simple. So feel free to get specific. I'll tear you apart. And you probably figured that out by now. If you haven't, well, right, you're not that based. So you ain't figured that out yet, probably. Yeah. So that's good. You're buying time, and by the way, you were buying time at that warehouse job at all. That warehouse job is not a waste of time. Hard work is not a waste of time. The hard work you were doing there gave you the time, the ability to accrue capital, both in the form of paper money, as worthless as it may be on its face, the fiat currency, and actual human capital, which you have now put to good use. So a waste of time in no way, shape, or form. But hey, it's clickbaity. It got you a lot of views. It got you noticed, didn't it? Even though it's 100% a lie, totally, completely untrue, and pushing nothing more than workplace nihilism. Good for you. Yeah, you press that Nietzschean crap into the minds of Gen Zers. Way to go! You're part of the problem when you do that. And nihilism is an evil on the world, and it's part of the reason so many young people have embraced communism, socialism, Marxism, and its many forms. Anyway, I have no regrets. You ought to regret that video. The nihilism that you were pushing, the hopelessness that you were pushing, the lies that you were pushing without realizing it. The useful idiot shill that you were being without realizing it of the powers that be. You're working for them, but you don't even know it. That's why they push your video so much, buddy. Yeah. No regrets, only thinking I had advancement opportunities there. Hard worker. Merit? What are you thinking? You're thinking hard work and merit are going to give you advancement opportunities in the workplace? Get out of here. Not in today's day and age, my friend. No, 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 no. You need a college degree and you need the right ideology, the right political views, and not to mention that, you got a family, you got a wife, you're two-based. You got too many concerns outside of your work, outside of your pleasures, outside of hedonistic concerns, outside of yourself. You're far too incentivized, motivated to have the best intentions when it comes to creating a good future. Your kids, your wife, you're concerned about their legacy. You're not just concerned about the pleasures of the moment and feeding your hedonistic, wanton, pleasure-seeking desires. Now you get too many concerns that are legitimate, that will lead you to a more conservative, traditional outlook on life, being concerned with more than just the pleasures of the moment and yourself and how you can make yourself feel good and entertained. So, no, they're not going to promote somebody like you who might actually push those kind of values through example on the people beneath you. No. You got to stay in that low, down, dirty position. And also, they need some productive people, right? Look at the useful idiot shills that are going to promote the ideology that will create ever more useful idiot shills so that they can pay those people off, right? Yeah. And promote them, but not you. So they can use the workplace, use those jobs, use those positions as a vehicle to push the prescribed narrative, which ain't yours. So, yeah, while, appreciated your tenacity, your effort, your attempts to be base and seem eccentric, puffing away on that pipe, and wearing your, Bass Pro baseball cap, you were wrong in almost everything you said. So, yeah, that is my response to your response. We disagree on most everything. You're not based. You think you are because you are so lacking in information. It's the Dunning-Kruger effect. I knows me so little, sis, that I thinks I knows a lot, sis, basically. Anyway, that is my response to RedLeg Papa. Keep on puffing on that pipe, my friend. And take care of yourself. And on that note, I'm going to head out. Just wanted to reply to his response. And everybody out there, again, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. And if you would, consider supporting my content by making a donation at my GoFundMe. You'll find it in the description. I could really use your help. I'm in very poor health right now. And also, hey, leave a comment. I try to answer all my comments since I don't get very many of them. It's quite easy to do. And on that note, I am out of here. I am the realist philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.